learned during the whole pre-production stage would be that communication and teamwork is really important, especially when working together in such a large group with a lot of people inside. And learning this has made me become a better team player, and I hope that I would be able to contribute more to the group, and that we'll be able to achieve and complete this film, and it'll be what we want it to be.
The number one thing that I learned during pre-production was that the story will keep evolving and it will keep changing as we go on, whether it's in terms of the story itself or in terms of the characters, and improving the characteristics. And at first, this made me feel kind of scared because it felt like our story had no direction. Because we had a lot of endless possibilities of what could happen, but as long as we kept sticking back to the log line, everything seemed to turn out pretty well.
Hi, I'm Desmond. So for the first thing that I learned during pre-production is how the pipeline works in the industry and the importance of working together as a team. And that made me feel excited and anxious about our film. Hopefully it turn out good. Thank you.
I've learned about teamwork and be responsible what I've been given to do. I do learn about how to develop up storyboard, story ideas, and what we want for our final film. What I feel is how to social with new friends, work together with them, and get along with each other. After that, we help each other when each other needs help. Okay.
The number one thing I learned during the pre-production is teamwork, and I also learned that in a production you cannot work alone, that you need everyone else to help you, that all player in your team plays a very important part. This new insight make me feel is actually it make me feel positive. It makes me feel to appreciate more on what I do and what other people do for their parts and responsibility in making this short film come true.
What I learned during the pre-production is things change a lot during pre-production, and what we initially planned doesn't necessarily work out along the way. So there were a lot of compromises, and we had to solve a lot of problems to make the film better. And it feels frustrating sometimes, and it adds to the challenge, but that's how the industry is, so I think I have to get used to that a little bit more. And I also think communication between you and your teammates is really important and really, really necessary. Good communication could really make the production more efficient and also kind of strengthen the bond between you and your crew. So that's what I learned.
The first thing I learned is about lightning rig, that I should consist my light key, black light, and fill light, and test the lightning that focus on shader, texture, and render layer. Once the lightning rig is tested, show it to the art director. If the art director gets approval of it, I just need to make sure that the lightning looks good on the character. And how that makes me feel, it makes me extremely nervous. That is all. Thank you.
I am Alex Chong. I'm from F4H Production and modeler, and mainly I model the environment. And what I learned from pre-production is about the story and create the storytelling, and the most important is teamwork. Okay, that's all.
The number one thing I've learned during pre-production is how everything gets done during pre-production as product of teamwork. Because we have to delegate our jobs and everything, and also we need to quickly point out whatever problems crops up in our teammates' work, and we just correct them in general. As for how it made me feel, well, it's good, I'd say. Because this will really help us when we get out in the industry, when we have to start working with people we don't know. Right?